Namaste to everyone. I welcome you all in my YouTube video channel. Today I will deliver lecture on group, lecture number 33, in which I will discuss some theorems on cosets. Now I prove a theorem. Let H be a subgroup of a group G and A B belong to G. The left coset AH and BH are identical if and only if A inverse B belongs to H. Given that G be a group and H be a subgroup of G, A B belong to G, then AH and BH are left cosets. Firstly, we consider AH equal to BH. Then we have to prove that A inverse B belongs to H. Now let AH equal to BH. Therefore, elements of AH and elements of BH be same. Let AH1 belongs to AH and BH2 belongs to BH such that AH1 equal to BH2 implies that A inverse AH1 equal to A inverse BH2 by associative law. A inverse A under bracket H1 equal to, by associative law, A inverse B H2 implies that this is identity element A inverse A H1 equal to A inverse B H2 implies that identity element and H1 becomes H1 equal to A inverse B. H2 implies that H1 H2 inverse equal to A inverse B H2 H2 inverse implies that H1 H2 inverse equal to A inverse B. This equal to identity element H2 H2 inverse implies that H1 H2 inverse equal to A inverse B and identity element becomes A inverse B. This is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. Since H1 H2 belongs to H, implies that H1 H2 inverse belongs to H implies that H1 operation H2 inverse belong to H by closure property, since H is a subgroup. This is number 4. From 3 and 4 we get A inverse B equal to H1 H2 inverse belong to H implies that A inverse B belongs to H. Proved. Conversely, let A inverse B belongs to H and let A inverse B equal to H3 belongs to H implies that A inverse B equal to A H3 implies that by associative property A inverse B equal to A H3 implies that A inverse means identity element, B equal to A H3 implies that identity element and B by operation we get B equal to A H3. Since A H3 belongs to A capital H, because H3 belongs to capital H, so AH3 belongs to AH implies that B belongs to A capital H. This is number 5. Let H equal to a set, means a subgroup containing elements H1, H2, H3 dot 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 identity element dot 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 and so on. Therefore, BH equal to BH1, BH2, BH3, comma dot dot BE means B identity element and B becomes B dot 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 so on. Therefore, B belongs to BH. This is number 6. Therefore, B be the common element of left coset AH and left coset BH. That means AH intersect BH is not phi. They are not disjoint. We know that if two left cosets contain a common element, then two left cosets are identical. Therefore, AH equal to BH. Proved. Now we prove the next theorem. Let H be a subgroup of a group G and AB belong to G, then B belongs to AH if and only if A inverse B belong to H. Given that G be a group and H be a subgroup of G, AB belong to G, and given that B belongs to left coset AH, we have to prove that A inverse B belongs to H. Now, B belongs to AH if H equal to H1, H2, dot, 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 identity element, dot, 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 this. Then AH equal to AH1, AH2, dot, 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 here A, dot, 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 so on. Let B equal to, B belongs to AH, these are elements of AH. So, let B equal to AH1 for some H1 belongs to capital H. Implies that A inverse B equal to A inverse A H1. Implies that A inverse B equal to, this is identity element H1, implies that A inverse B identity element and H1 makes H1, and this H1 is an element of capital H. That means A inverse B belongs to capital H. Proved. Conversely, let A inverse B belongs to capital H, and let A inverse B equal to H2, H2 be the element of capital H, for some H2 belongs to capital H. Implies that A inverse B equal to AH2, implies that by associative law A inverse B equal to AH2, implies that A inverse means identity element, B equal to AH2, identity element and B makes B equal to AH2. AH2, H2 belongs to capital H, that means this belongs to A capital H, implies that B belongs to A capital H, means B belongs to left coset AH. Proved. Therefore, from two theorems, as we have already proved, we may conclude that if number 1 B belongs to AH, then A inverse B belongs to H, and if A inverse B belongs to H, then AH equal to BH. Therefore, these three statements are equivalent. Now we prove the next theorem. Let capital H be a subgroup of a group G. The relation rho defined on G by A is related to B, that is A rho B, if and only if A inverse B belongs to H. For A, B belong to G is an equivalence relation. Given that G is a group and H be a subgroup of G, A, B belong to G and relation rho is defined as A is related to B implies that A inverse B belongs to H. We have to show that this relation rho is an equivalent relation. That means it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Number 1. Let A belongs to group G implies that A inverse belong to G, since group G contains inverse of every element. A inverse A equal to identity element. This belongs to subgroup H, means every subgroup contains identity element of group G. Therefore, A belong to G implies that A inverse A belongs to H. Therefore, A is related to A. That means reflexive. Number 2. Let AB belong to G and A is related to B implies that A inverse B belong to H. Since A inverse B is an element of capital H, means subgroup, and subgroup contains inverse of its each element, that means A inverse B whole inverse belong to H implies that B inverse A inverse whole inverse belong to H implies that B inverse A inverse inverse is A belongs to H implies that B is related to A. Therefore, AB belongs to G, A is related to B implies that B is related to A. Therefore, the relation rho is symmetric. Number 3. Let A, B, C belong to G such that A is related to B and B is related to C implies that A inverse B belongs to subgroup H and B inverse C belongs to subgroup H implies that this is an element of subgroup H and this is another element of subgroup H Therefore, by closure property, A inverse B operation B inverse C belong to H. By associative property, A inverse B inverse C belong to H implies that A inverse B inverse means identity element, C belongs to H, and A inverse identity element by operation we get A inverse and C belongs to H implies that A is related to C. Therefore, A is related to B and B is related to C implies that A is related to C. That means the relation rho is transitive. Therefore, this relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So, this relation is an equivalence relation. Proved. Since we get that if G be a group, H be a subgroup of G, and if A, B belong to G, then we define a relation A is related to B implies that A inverse B belongs to H, then rho this relation is an equivalence relation. Since equivalence relation partitions the set into disjoint equivalence classes, here set is G. Since G is a group, therefore this group G is partitions into disjoint equivalence classes. Now we see that what type of structure be the classes. Let we consider class A. Class A means it contains all those elements of G such that A inverse X belongs to H subgroup G equal to X belongs to G. We know that A inverse X belongs to H. That means X belongs to AH. We have already seen that A inverse B belongs to H implies that B belongs to H. Here in place of B we have X. That means X be element of AH. We may write here that this set is AH. Means class A is the left coset AH. In this way, we get different left cosets in group G, and those left cosets are all disjoint left cosets in group G. And union of these disjoint left cosets is the group G. Now I will give you details of my lecture notes. Thanks for watching my video. If you are satisfied with my presentation and contents, then please click on like button and do subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.